The coronavirus continues to make news. An American in Wuhan, China has now died from the virus. Meanwhile, more American evacuees from China are arriving home, and at least 5 are now showing symptoms. Dorsena Drakeford joins us now with more on what we've learned today. Dorsena.
Well, hey, Lena, this is all still a very fluid situation, meaning the information we have is expected to change. Those numbers are constantly evolving. But we do know the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say they're not taking any chances, so they're taking every precaution necessary.
More than 700 people in China have died from the coronavirus since its outbreak in December. But word today, the first American died, a 60-year-old man. Here in the States, plane loads of people evacuated from the epicenter continue to arrive at military bases. 5 more are now under quarantine in California after they started showing symptoms.
There's a number of reasons that people could have these types of symptoms, not only novel coronaviruses, so they're tested and evaluated for all sorts of different diseases.
U.S. leaders say they aren't taking any chances on the spread of the virus, but just recently those concerns went from land to sea. 2 cruise ships have been quarantined for confirmed cases of coronavirus, including south of Tokyo, where 64 people are infected on the Diamond Princess, about a dozen of them Americans, and another 1,800 people quarantined on a cruise liner near Hong Kong.
We're being very aggressive, using quarantine measures that haven't been used in 50 years to help control this outbreak.
Not everyone on the ship and not everyone flying into the United States from China shows symptoms, but healthcare professionals are taking every perceived threat seriously.
And NBC Nightly News will continue the coverage on the coronavirus at 6:30. We also have more, and we'll have that on our website, Lena, on WKYC.com.
All right, thanks so much, Dorsena.